Welcome to Wednesday Wishes, where I show you some of the books that found their way onto my wish list this past week. Hemlock by Kathleen Peacock. This book was released May 8th. It's YA paranormal and it's about a girl who finds her best friend murdered and she tries to hunt down the killer, who just happens to be a white werewolf. This is book 1 in the Hemlock trilogy. Shattered Silence, The Untold Story of a Serial Killer's Daughter by Melissa G. Moore. This book was released in 2009 and it's a true story written by the daughter of a serial killer. Insurgent by Veronica Roth. This book came out May 1st of 2012. It's YA dystopian and it's book 2 in the Divergent series. Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins came out May 1st. This is a YA urban fantasy about the children of fallen angels. The tagline says, "What if there were teens whose lives literally depended on being bad influences?" Until I Die by Amy Plum. This came out on the 8th. This is YA paranormal and it's book 2 in the Revenants series. Book 1 was called Die For Me. Silence by Michelle Segara. This book was released on the 1st of this month. It's YA paranormal. This is the first book in the series called The Queen of the Dead. The series is about a girl named Emma who is a necromancer, but instead of choosing the path of evil, she's chose the path of good and uses her powers to help the dead cross over. As Dead as It Gets by Katie Allender. This book comes out on the 15th of this month. This is YA paranormal. It's a ghost story, and it's also book 2 in the Bad Girls Don't Die series. Deadfall Hotel by Steve Rasnick Tim. This book came out last month. This is adult fiction horror. The synopsis says, think of it as a vacation resort for the collective unconscious. The Deadfall Hotel is where our nightmares go. It's where the dead pause to rest between worlds, and it's where Richard Carter and his daughter Serena go to rediscover life, if the things at the hotel don't kill them first. Severed by Scott Snyder. This book was released on April the 24th. It's adult fiction horror. The synopsis simply says, 1916, a man haunts the roads, a man with sharp teeth and a hunger for flesh. When 12-year-old Jack Guerin runs away from home, he'll see how quickly the American dream becomes a nightmare. Hide Me Among the Graves by Tim Powers. This book came out in March. It's historical fiction / horror. London, 1862, and the Curse of a Vampiric Ghost. Hemlock Grove by Brian McGreevy. This book came out in March. It's adult fiction horror. This is a new gothic horror, and it seems like all of my horror lover friends are talking about it. A girl is found murdered in a small Pennsylvania town, and of course the hunt for the killer begins. The synopsis says, at once a riveting mystery and a fascinating revelation of the grotesque and darkness in us all. Hemlock Grove has the architecture and energy to become a classic in its own right, and Brian McGreevy the talent and ambition to enthrall us all for years to come. Dark Light, Paranormal and Urban Fantasy Anthology by Bonnie Bernard. This book came out last month. It's a horror fiction anthology. It says, this anthology is not for the faint-hearted. The tales inside are guaranteed to rob you of sleep at night and bring you the nightmares you fear. Now open your eyes and see. That's it for this week. I hope you added a few things to your wish list. Leave me a link below if you do a Wish List Wednesday. Thanks for watching. See ya!